Okay, a brother was asking me, he says, where are the videos at for people who are like married or in a committed relationship? What's some practical advice or suggestions for that? Yeah. I mean, you can see my playlist, Authentic Tantra, and I touch on relationships and stuff there, but yeah, it's not so practical. It's more advanced level. So what do? You're in a relationship or you're married, but something in you has awoken to the importance of semen retention. Well, first thing is the girl has to be on board with you. Your partner has to like understand this, not just understand it, but respect it. Actually, respecting it's more important than understanding it. If they don't respect this, that you're trying to like do something with, you're trying to like preserve your life force, like you don't want to die, like you want to preserve this so then you have a better, higher quality energy for yourself, for her, for your work, your earning potential's higher, you just have more energy. Like if she can't respect that, man, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be in that. Like it'd just be like, there's certain deal breakers in life. And for me, that would be one. Okay, so let's assume that the girl, her mind's pliable enough, she's flexible enough, she's high level enough to where she respects what you're doing. You have to say in a respectable way, just say, look, just you find your way and you tell her, nice. So then let's say she's like, oh, okay. So how often do you release then? See, this is the other thing. Are you going to not release ever? Are you on that level? That's cool. Are you going to release once a week, once a month? You got to find your rhythm. You got to find your schedule. Just ants. You got to find your schedule, and that schedule will change as time goes on. Be flexible. Maybe when you first start, especially some of these younger guys, and especially if you're a real sex addict, there's difference. There's different levels in this. How some people are super dominated by the sexual instinct and others less. Like there's levels. There's no just one and the same. Somebody says, yeah, I started semen retention or NoFap, and yeah, well, it was difficult, but and somebody else is like, man, I can't even get one day. You see, those people need to go to meetings. Sex Porn Addicts Anonymous, Google it, go to those 12-step meetings. You need support. All right, back to you're in a committed relationship. You got to find your rhythm. You got to check in and see, how do you feel when you release? How do you feel? Now, of course, it's better that you have a person that you love. I'm not talking about prostitutes. I'm talking about like if you're in a relationship with somebody that there's compatibility and mutual love and respect for each other, then you're sharing each other's energy. This is Tantra. You're sharing, like she's giving you energy. So yeah, you're losing some, but you're gaining some. Well, how much am I allowed to lose? You got to figure that out. If you're having sex every day and releasing, yeah, you're gonna get tired out at some point the same way as if you were doing PMO. So you got to find your rhythm. There's levels to this. Even if you don't release, but you're getting close to the point, and then you apply the lock and you go back down. Just getting to that point, if you do that enough, edging, I call it, you're also going to lose your energy. Why? Because dopamine. Why does it feel good to get to that almost the peak? Because you're getting a dopamine release. And then the mind likes to come in and justify and rationalize everything and make videos saying, no, you're activating your your energy and this is your manifestation power. See, the mind just corrupts everything. No, it's dopamine. You're high on dopamine. It's not pure energy. So you'll start to discover when you start losing your energy, you can lose your energy via the full release or by excessive dopamine stimulation. So you have to pay attention to that. First, be aware of that's what happens. And then next step, discern how often you can do it. What's your recovery time? If you can lose it and then the next day you recover, and do that once a week, okay, then you'll probably feel good about that. Or maybe you'll find if you do that every week, it starts to take longer to recover. Then you're like, okay, let's do this every 2 weeks. Yeah, when I wait 2 weeks, the recovery is a couple days, and it's not so intense. Okay, but then maybe your tolerance for that, your higher awareness, your consciousness starts to increase, and you find your tolerance for that is less now. You don't want to feel any hangover. So then you step it up to a month. And then you see, you have to read your own vibration and what you can handle and what you can't handle. You have to. Everybody, you can't find one person to tell you what to do with all this. The universe won't allow it. You can have guides, you can have people giving some guidance, like what we're doing, but ultimately you have to know yourself. You have to just know yourself. We can't escape. That's maturity. That's self-mastery. So let's regroup. First step, you tell her in a nice way. First, you understand what you're even saying. Then, and get a little streak going first, so you can actually experience what you're saying. Then you tell her, and then there's no ifs, ands, but you can't be like, well, I tried, but she didn't want to listen. Yeah, she has to respect what you're doing, and she has to work with you. She should work with you too. What is she gonna, if she wraps her legs around you and starts working you like a porno movie, you're gonna lose it. So you have to have a higher conscious partner. This is the thing that why relationships end, by the way. It's not because something material, it's about consciousness. If one person's consciousness starts to grow too much and the other's down here, it's just gonna be a matter of time. So find a partner that's compatible with you, that understands this, that respects this, and works with you. If she loves you, she's gonna work with you on this. How can she not? It's like saying that you're gonna start eating healthy and she gets mad at you. No, eat this donuts and pizza every day. I want you to eat healthy. It's the same thing. So let's assume she understands and she respects you, she works with you. Then you find your own schedule. You find what you can get away with. Try it out, She should be happy. I had a girl tell me once, she's like, cool, you don't really, yeah, we can go all night. I said, yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. That takes a little practice though, careful. All right, have a good day.